What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're here with more guest pilots, Diego and Nick, and we're going to have some drinks. We're going to talk about what's new in the FPV community and just do some general cutting up. When you guys come into the chat room, let me know you're here by just saying, hey, what's up? Or letting us know in the chat that you are here. And we are actually live. What's up, Robert? Welcome to the live stream. Can you hear us? Is our mics working? We're working on getting a group omnidirectional mic for the middle of the table so that we can have proper audio for everybody. Welcome back to the live stream.
Everybody's been having a good holiday.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? You guys have any questions right away before we play the intro? Hopefully our intro is going to play this week. We just opened up OBS on another screen. Audio is good. Awesome. Welcome, Isaac. G2, Robert. We've got a few different things to drink tonight. We've got some strong winter ale by Terminal Gravity Brewing. Nick, did you bring that?
Yeah.
And we have some port and the winter ale that did not get drunk last week with a little bit of mushrooms in there. So see if anybody gets a little bit wild and wants some mushroom ale. What's up, Captain of Calgary? Welcome back. Welcome back, Luis. Did you guys do any flying today in the snow? Did you do any flying today in the snow?
Oh, we did. We did some flying today, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I have some footage here, actually. I'm going to try to get that loaded up.
That was from yesterday.
Is that from yesterday's footage?
Yeah, that what you're going to show later is going to be from yesterday.
Was that this footage?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've also been playing around with some FPV wings, and we also have that awesome flying fish here. This is from Sky Zone and Ishin working together.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a little miniature twin, and I believe it's under 250 grams, which is cool. Now, there is a lot of stuff coming out this week and next week as well. So ton of new stuff, and I want to copy and paste some of this stuff over so you guys can see like what's actually coming. I'm going to try to add some sources in my OBS for a browser. Because Banggood, iFlight, GepRC, all those guys are going off.
Bang.
Nice. End of the year stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Quite right.
Quite right. Okay, hopefully the intro plays. We'll try it again this week. Last week we had some, now it says going live again. What's up with the interwebs?
Dude, probably line's being affected by all the snow.
Yeah, we've been bumped off twice. Let's see. Maybe it's streaming another window. No. All right, the chat is still up. Yeah, planes are by. What's the pronouns? My dudes are here. The dudes have arrived. Stream preview. What is going on? Yo, if you guys can hear the chat right now, drop me what's up, JD, because it seems that our YouTube preview has stopped, but I still see some chat happening on the right-hand side of the screen. We've had a lot of snow recently, so our internet might be whack.
A lot of snow for our area.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of snow for
We
Portland.
should blow up that chat.
Loud and clear in the audio. The audio's still here. What about the video? Try to pop out the chat for the guys back there so they can see if I can make this any bigger. Because we do have your chat. Video is Gucci. Wow. YouTube is dropping out on me.
Yeah.
So maybe
Gucci reference, does that mean good?
Gucci, yeah, on the interwebs, that means you're good. Means you're gold.
YouTube.
So back in the 90s,
So-
we say
so
you're
we're-
golden.
So we're just broadcasting and they're just acting like we got
In the
problems.
2021s, we say you're Gucci.
I used. I feel like $1 million
Oh.
bucks.
Awesome. Awesome.
All
Welcome,
right,
everybody.
let's just continue on with the show then.
Yeah, YouTube is not giving me any kind of stats or anything, and it just keeps
Yeah,
saying
just ignore that one. Just use the one that right there in front of us.
it's saying going live. So
Yeah,
we know we're live, and apparently we're probably streaming through the OBS. You can see us maskless. It's like I'm European. It's like I'm naked or something. I'm face naked. You guys remember that last summer when they like said like everybody take your masks off, and then we were like COVID's over, COVID's over. Everybody went out and like going crazy. Like I went back to North Carolina. We're at the beach, no masks. And then I came back here. Everyone was wearing masks again.
Yeah.
COVID came back for round 2. Delta variant. Everybody put your mask back on.
No. Now we're
Yeah.
on
And then now the Optimus Prime is here.
Yeah.
So watch out for Optimus Prime and the Decepticons for round 3. Okay, hopefully that chat's still on. Somebody drop something in the chat. Let's see. Let us know we're still live. And I'm gonna try to drop that new intro and say thanks to all our sponsors. We have like 5 sponsors now.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome because you know what? I just sent out a bunch of messages to all the top companies, asked them if they wanted to sponsor our podcast, and hopefully as we get more technically savvy and I get less stressed out about the technical side of things, we can start having some real fun. So, all good, Xavier. Let's go ahead and we're not running Discord right now, but sometimes we do over my Patreon. So if you guys want to drop the link down below the video, there is a link to my Patreon. Sometimes we do it there, but recently we're moving a lot of it right over to this. So you guys can ask questions about your current builds during the podcast, and we'll try to address those. There's 3 heads here tonight, so 3 heads are better than 1. Drop the deuce. Adam, NSFW. Here we go. Here's that new intro.
New intro. It's not. No audio's on.
All right, guys. Welcome to episode number 3. So, what's up? What's up, Instamatic? New York. Let us know where you guys are from. We got some awesome new stuff here again tonight that came in this week that we're going to show you. And I think we showed you something last week that's not even out yet. 2 things on the last podcast that aren't even out yet. So it's a good thing that you're watching the podcast. You might see something that you're not supposed to see. And if I show it and they tell me not to show it, sorry. Firefly, Hex Nano, XM took out, started crossfire, 3 beeps. When I hooked it up in beta flight, all I get is lights and beeps. Nick, do you know how to make the chat bigger?
Chat bigger.
I've got our
Is it
chat.
Command Plus? If you
Ooh.
just use the keyboard.
Oh, Nick's got keyboard shortcuts.
Oh, there it is.
What? Dude, you just entered the matrix. Wow. Now we know how to make the chat bigger so that everybody can read now. South Korea, what's up?
This is great.
Fullerton,
Yeah.
California. Can you guys read that from back there?
Yeah.
Should I go bigger?
Yeah. No, I can read it
Can
now.
you read it?
If
Oh,
you're only
I'm
getting
from
3
South
beeps,
Korea.
Wow, I can
Excellent.
even back up now too.
If
This is
you're only
great.
getting 3 beeps, then the handshake between your RX and your flight controller isn't being complete. I'm not sure why. You might check and make sure you have the right. The TX needs to go to the RX, and the TX on the receiver needs to go to the RX because you're transmitting. You want to receive it on your flight controller, and then same thing. You want to put the TX from the flight controller to the receiver part on your receiver. So make sure those are wired up right. If you're only getting 3 beeps, you should be getting the 5 beeps if everything's talking properly. I actually just had to go through that with this wing build that Diego and I have been working on.
Yeah, that's the Ishin Mobula. The Mobula,
the Mobula Delta.
not Happy model, but
No, the
Ishin and
Mobula
Sky
Delta.
Zone, otherwise known as Atom RC.
Delta wing.
Pretty cool little Delta wing.
Got elevons. I've learned about elevons and how to set that up on my controller.
Elevons is a challenge. A little mixing involved.
Yeah, a little mixing.
Servo activation.
Yeah, and getting your Crossfire to talk PWM instead of the Crossfire language to tell your servos to work properly. That was something that
As well as getting the right voltage to your servos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't try to run your RX and your servos off VBAT because you'll fry your servos, and then you have to buy new servos. Because, yeah, they don't like that VBAT voltage. 5 volts, I think, is what they're mostly maxed out at.
5 volts on 9 gram servo.
Yeah.
But you flew airplanes your whole life.
Yeah,
You know
I mean,
about those 9 volts.
yeah. I
Or 5
don't know
volt,
what I was saying.
9 gram.
It's been so long. Was in FPV zone, and I didn't. Also, we were naive, and we were like, "Oh, these Crossfire receivers, they can handle VBAT, right?" No, they can only handle up to like 11 volts, so they can handle VBAT on like a 3S. But like, you want to put it on a BEC, your receiver on a BEC, because you'll fry it. I got smoked for the first time. I've built so many quads, and I've never used a smoke stopper. I've never seen smoke before. I fried a receiver this week and saw smoke for the first time. Lessons.
We have some port on tap tonight. With some reserve port by Croft. Do you guys drink port? Anybody?
Port.
I haven't had any port in a while.
Port, even when I did drink.
It's interesting stuff because like back in the day when people were sailing like from one coast to the next, like across the Atlantic or the Pacific, a lot of times they brought port with them instead of wine because wine would go bad on the ship apparently, and port would not. Port wouldn't. So air can get to port, and it still stays port for forever and forever.
Whiskey.
Whereas wine, you have to drink it pretty fast before
the
goes
alcohol's a little bit higher, so it's more sterile. Is that what?
Yeah,
Prevents it from going bad.
it definitely has some.
Ooh.
It almost smells like almost smells like liquor. You want to?
Oh yeah,
You want to taste?
No thanks.
Just have a little nip
No.
nip one. It's
No, I'm
you're
good.
supposed to just nip it.
Matured and okay.
This is more than just a nip. This is a daddy glass.
Tips for learning to fly FPV: download a sim.
Cheers, guys.
Plug in your transmitter to a simulator.
What's that?
There's one question the guys asking
3D
for tips
crate?
for learning to fly FPV. I would download a sim.
Get a sim.
Yep.
I spent a week on a sim before I ever.
What's your favorite song?
I mean,
I've
I've
never
been playing
flown a sim, to be
Liftoff
honest.
most recently because
I've seen
I
people
was-
that have flown on
I went to
sims
race
and
up in
they've been-
Olympia this summer, and the Olympia people were building the tracks on Liftoff, and then so you could download the track that you were going to race that Saturday. So that's what I've been using most recently.
I like Liftoff.
But yeah, I mean, there's a number of them out there. I mean, the physics have gotten really good on most of them, I think, these days. So, and I mean, just as a start off, just do some sim, and it'll save you from disaster for sure.
Is there another one called Free Rider? Is that?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
know,
I think
Bot
that was
Grinder
good.
just recently did a thing on a bunch of simulators. So
Oh, really? Okay.
go watch his video. He released it in the last couple of weeks, which actually
What's up,
he
Angel?
gives up the top 5 simulators that he would recommend. So if you have any questions on sims, I would definitely go check out that video on his channel.
We need to We need to have him come in
Yeah.
some night on the podcast.
Tune in.
Mhm.
That'd be great.
We're fans of Bot over here.
Yeah.
Because you know why? I have to say, the guy, like, he's honest with you when he's trying to sell you something. I mean, he's also honest, overly honest about a lot of things. Like,
yeah.
so
Hatred for DJI.
What's a hot all-in-one for a sub 250 build? You know, I like that HGLRC Zeus
yeah.
stack you gave me.
The new Zeus, the brand new
Yeah,
Zeus.
the new Zeus stack, the 20x20.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice light stack, and I think they were making them 45 amp, which is a nice.
I think they updated some of them to 55 amp.
Yeah, but the 20x20s.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
6S,
So they're
55.
pretty robust for a 250 build.
Yep.
Like today, I flew downtown. Well, not downtown. I flew on the Willamette River tonight on my ultralight. This guy here, and it's got a Zeus stack in it.
Yeah, it's nice.
All in one, but
Nice thing
it's
about the
pretty
Zeus
compact still.
is that it's FC and ESC's all in one little tiny square, just a little bit wider than a standard.
I know
Or
that.
I think it's taller front to back.
I know that.
Not wider, just longer.
iFlight makes
Two
all-in-one 20x20 as well. I forget what it's called. It's a 60 amp.
This podcast is sponsored by Carl's Jr.
Let me look.
Send me some free tea, Carl's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're rated up to
Yeah, so the
6S.
iFlight makes a Beast F7. It's a 55 amp
All in one.
all-in-one. I currently using that in this build right here. It's not a sub 250, but
You could put it in a.
you can definitely put it in an ultralight craft
Missed the camps. I like that.
and definitely get a sub 250.
Yeah.
So iFly has some options, and so does HDLRC. I'm sure everybody has some good options, but with drone camps in the house, those have been my options and go-tos lately.
HGLFC's been reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we make lithium. No, I don't make lithium batteries. 18650. Is that lithium? Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, lithium
Yeah.
ions, lithium it's just
Polymer. So 18650, I have made them in the past, but not recently.
Booty grinders.
Not in a long time. Not since I haven't made any packs since before COVID. A friend of mine has a spot welder. I did not have one. Oh, nice. 21700 Lion sounds nice.
Chilling very hard. Thank you, Angela.
Dude, we're always chilling. You should see us. Wait till New Year's Eve. You guys should come hang with us. New Year's Eve.
Angela, I'm sorry. Angel.
Battery brand. My favorite battery brand has to be the R lines. Tattoo R lines have done me the best. And you guys have seen the way I fly. Like my pants are on fire. I punish them. I drop them down to the bottom of the line, and they charge back up. And I really haven't had any of them swell. Nothing like what Hobby King stuff does. Like,
You know,
nano-
I've been shocked. I
nano
haven't had
puffs.
any batteries pop in years. Back in
Yeah.
the day, Hobby King were notorious
Notorious.
for just
Yeah.
ballooning up. Like if you wanted to like get a battery stuck in your rig, leave it in there overnight, try and pull it out of your RC car or whatever, it'd be swollen up. Holy shit.
yeah. I mean, the only I see like 1S batteries puff every now and then, but those just are terrible quality anyway. You can't like no 1S battery is ever a good quality battery. But yeah.
What's up, Michael? Welcome to the stream. We have a Zorro on the way, so we're going to check that out. We also have a Commando on the way, and we have a new Jumper T Pro.
Do you want to show this guy?
So we also have, before anybody else made in the house. One of these. We'll show the box first, and then we'll show the radio. It's the Light Radio 3. Let us know down in the chat if any of you guys are toying around with ELRS, because here is Beta FPV's single tiny little controller, like game style controller with ELRS built right into it, and it has a module bay in the back. So not only can you run ELRS native on this one, you can also plug in your TBS Crossfire Lite in the back.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool for you guys. And this is what it looks like. The whole thing,
multi-protocol module or something. Yeah.
the whole thing is really nice and soft on the outside. It feels nice and like, I don't know what that is, what kind of material it is.
Rubberized plastic.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's like, it's not quite rubber.
It's got a real nice
just
grippy
Yeah, feels nice.
feel to it.
The whole thing is coated in something.
Doesn't feel like real cheap plastic either.
No, it doesn't feel like the Jumper T-Lite where it's like
Yeah.
just hard ABS.
The gimbals don't feel that great, but I'm sure you could probably upgrade those.
Yeah, you're invested in TBS, you know? Me too.
So are a lot of us over here.
For years now. I have, most of my planes have TBS in them.
That's all I run is TBS.
Yeah. That's all I run. That ELRS 2.0 is looks pretty exciting.
Over modeling,
Over molding.
over molding. Thank you, Adrian.
Thanks. Let's see if we can turn it on.
Did you got any batteries for it? Ooh, turned on.
It's got an internal battery.
So how do you select the external module with that, since it doesn't have a screen or anything? You just have to do it all through the computer?
It has a button on the bottom that says setup.
Oh yeah.
So apparently there's going to be something that goes along with this. We don't know yet what that's going to be. If anybody in the chat does. 915, yeah, 915 for ELRS looks nice. This one happens to be a 2.4. I keep getting 2.4 ones. I wish they'd send me some 915.
Yeah. Because the 915 is going to be the longer range, right?
Yeah. So for guys that are just coming in the chat, like if you want to have a more long range version, get the 915 megahertz. If you want the shorter range, get the 2.4. If you get the 2.4, you're probably going to have more quads available if you're buying binding flies, because a lot of them are coming with ELRS 2.4. So if you want more availability, go with the 2.4. 915 is starting to creep out though. So now I'm starting to see a lot more being released.
All those little tiny loops and stuff with the flight controllers with the built-in are mostly 2.4.
Yeah, those are mostly 2.4. And these are the buttons here. We have momentary buttons here, 2 of those, and we have 2 3-position switches here.
So then you get your
4 different modes.
Your 915 megahertz micro module on there, and then you've got both.
It's pretty cool.
Built-in specs.
Yeah, there's your specs on the box. We've got a built-in 2,000 milliamp battery in here, USB charging, configure support. So it's going to have a Beta FPV configurator to answer your question. Yeah. External RF TX module support, which we talked about first, 2.4.
Yeah, but not the penetration. We've been asked to hide that. Wow.
Adam,
SafeBook.
We're just gonna
SafeBook is trying to censor you, Adam,
SafeBook.
because you put in penetration.
Yeah, don't talk about
How immature is that?
We're just gonna show that. We're gonna show the penetration.
We're going to show the penetration.
But we're not gonna get too wild in here because my kids are in the other room watching cartoons. So I don't know how much this will be.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I wonder what the price. They don't give you that kind of information.
No, I haven't gotten any information on it yet. But it's called the Light Radio.
Comes with a nice little case, though.
Yeah, this is the case. Case that comes along with it, fits in nicely. It looks like it has a spot for maybe some type of
gimbal guards.
Super nice silicone guards for the gimbals. I had a guy tell me these weren't gimbals one time on the channel. I get some funny comments every once in a while. This guy says, types in, he spent like an hour typing this like 3-paragraph monologue about They're not called gimbals. They're
We're serious about penetration over here, Adam.
Yeah. So gimbals would be like a camera gimbal.
He was thinking that I was talking about like a DJI camera gimbal.
Yeah.
Little do him know that we've always called them gimbals.
Yeah.
Like ever since the 80s. I mean, 70s, since people were flying like Futaba.
Yeah.
Back then, you called them gimbals.
Looks
They
like
are
Michael did
actually,
some research for us.
in fact, gimbals.
Beta says $59.99. That's not a bad price for them.
Ooh.
Not bad for an ELRS.
Oh, Beta FPV.
I know for some of
it.
those younger FPV pilots, it's always nice to find something within a budget.
This is nice though. Compact.
Yeah.
It's like a cute little
That's a
purse.
nice little case, honestly.
That's one thing I like about Beta FPV is they always have those the little zipper case, like the little Metros come with this little zipper case. Like they have a lot of fancy zipper cases that come.
Oh, for sure.
Like to send everything in.
For sure. Let's
Makes
see.
it nice for just throwing in your backpack and you make sure it stays organized and safe.
And this is affectionately called the storage case for Light Radio 3. Very simple storage case.
Storage case.
We also have some other swag from Beta FPV here. I don't know what this is. I can open this up.
What is that? Is that a bag?
Looks like it might be like
grocery
a grocery bag, yeah.
A grocery getter.
A Chinese grocery bag. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh, it's a what the? Wow, that's really nice.
It's for carrying around your LPs, when you're taking
Oh,
your
see,
records.
it's a shoulder bag.
Let's see that.
No, you can't touch my shoulder bag.
Yeah. It's my new Gucci.
Be your own creation master.
There you go.
You should put Gucci on there.
Gucci. So thanks to Beta FPV for also sponsoring. You guys are awesome. We're kissing your butt too. We're talking about all your new gear. iFlight, Gep RC, Banggood. Who else? Radio Master. I know I'm forgetting one.
All your sponsors?
Yeah, all the sponsors.
You don't have them listed?
If you guys like the tip tonight, it goes toward our beer fund or port fund.
No.
So that was cool. So we have a Light Radio 3 that's coming out that we just showed you guys. We also have something new from Turbo Racing, and I don't know if you guys are into RC cars or not, but maybe like a month ago, a little over a month ago, me and my girlfriend played with this little RC car. It was a 176 scale race car, and when I first got it in, I thought it was kind of ridiculous. It was probably going to be too fast, maybe just fly off the table. And we built a little race course like on her kitchen table, and it was actually really addicting and slow enough that you could go around the table. This one,
Let's set it up.
this one came out, about a month ago, I guess. The TC01, and it's like a little Baja car.
Let's set it up.
This thing gets it. See, it's jumping. It comes with 4 jump ramps in this box.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Let's set it up.
comes with 4 jump ramps. So we can play around with this a little bit. I'm going to do a full review on this one just for funsies. It has a removable chassis, or it has a removable body on it.
Oh, so you can buy new
THR
bodies? Nice.
curve upgrade, simulated paint, USB-C, several playing methods, whatever that means. I think we need batteries. But just to show you guys how small these things are, they're crazy small. And they have proportional steering
Is it charged?
as well. It is
Is it-
charged, but
it
we
is
need
charged?
AAA batteries for
We
it.
need AAA batteries. Let's
It's like
see
a little Matchbox car.
Look at that.
It's
It's
remote control.
super tiny. It's just it's wild to me that it has left and right steering to it. There's a little USB port on the very bottom for charging it up, and I think this thing charges in probably like 10, 15 minutes.
Right. You just plug it in the controller and it charges up.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Yeah, you can.
Booze and micro RC cars.
Here's the.
What could go wrong?
winning.
It's like being at a fly-in at night
Yeah.
when they tell you you're not allowed to fly anything RC in the air, right?
All right, let's make room for
But
this.
back in the day, we used to have challenges, night challenges at the AMA meets. And one night I was hanging out with tons of people at Joe Nall, and this guy, we were flying these little slow planes. I forgot they were called slow stick or something like that. And there was someone flew under a fence through a gap and made it out the other side with lights on it. And so all the guys had lights on their slow sticks. So one guy says, I'm going to go get some gear from my trailer, comes back with like a whole armload of slow stick props and drops them on a picnic table and says, the first guy who makes it through the fence gets to have all these props. So everybody with a slow stick starts flying at this fence, and there's like, they said, you know, if you break a prop, you can grab another one off the table.
Right.
And eventually somebody made it through and got all the props. But it was a lot of drinks that night. And it was
We have 3 ramps, brother. Adrian, we have 3 ramps.
4.
Oh, 4 ramps.
We can make a half pipe.
We're making an all pipe.
We could jump ramp to ramp. Did you find some AAAs?
Of course not.
Batteries not included.
Look at this radio.
You know when it comes with ramps, I mean that's all you want when you're a little kid, right? You just want the ramps.
I think that's how it goes.
So it does have a charge base on it. If we can find some AAAs, which I believe I do have somewhere in here. This little guy pops up from the bottom.
We need to start working on our pre-production. We didn't bring our batteries. Oh,
Let's see.
that the battery?
No, but this thing pops up like this, and you have a little charger right on the base. So you set the car right on top of there, and it charges.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
But I do have some AAAs.
Damn,
I had a whole bunch of them.
4
Just
lights on
bought
the
some.
car.
So I think these things are like $75
Mm-hmm.
or $65 or something like that.
They're like 75.
But I'm stoked that one came with jump ramps. The other ones
Do you
did
have
not.
batteries? No batteries?
Nope.
No
Let
AAAs?
me go look. These guys will keep you entertained for a minute.
Yeah.
We need 4 AAAs. All right. I'm going to take over for a moment. 3 voices in one mind. Let's see.
The latest devices.
All right. Who's got questions?
It does look like a Hot Wheel. That's what I've been thinking of. It's like it could fit. I think the wheels are a little wide. I don't think it could fit in the Hot
Here,
Wheel.
just take a look at that. Fire it up.
But that other one, that other car he had that he did the review on, I think it could fit in the Hot Wheel track. It was pretty narrow. This little crawler,
Look at this
a
thing.
little wider. Yeah,
It's got
swing lights
headlamps,
on the top. Tail lamps.
Rear tail lights that flash.
No props on it.
So
Like,
no,
go up
Snoo
and
Baby
then
8
down.
bound it. Go to the arm and everything's
Never
fine,
come
but
back
no,
down.
no arm.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you,
Are you looking at your
Adrian.
motors on Betaflight? Like, can you spin them up and down on Betaflight? Maybe try that. I don't know. That one's a little beyond me. That's normal, Adam.
What happened?
Air mode.
If you
Sounds
don't
about
have
right.
props on, yeah, that kind of sounds. I haven't done many tests without motors on or without props on.
Anybody have any sweet fights this week? You got any things you guys want to share with us this week at all? You want to talk about your
About our sweet
our wing
build?
experience this week?
Yeah, we got this.
Mind you, this is our first wings that we've ever
This
built.
is our first.
All
wing
we
we've
know is
ever
about
built.
quads.
I've flown planes back in the day, but it was back when I was younger, and it was like on crystal radios back when we'd have to go like check in at the flying field and pull your channel down so that nobody else got on your channel. So it's been a long time. So these things, first off, you know, we build quads a lot, and they've got flight controllers. And so you hook your receiver to the flight controller. The flight controller can tell the ESC what to do.
Yeah.
So these don't have a flight controller. You're just hooking batteries straight to your ESC, and then
There's
from your
a
ESC, you
couple-
got to pull your power.
There's
to
a
get
couple of 5 volts out.
Yeah, well, there's a 5 volt out, and then there's another thing that says C for CUR, current, and then has signal, CUR, S, and ground, which we assumed was what you needed to hook your receiver to begin, because we figured you get current, signal, and ground, the 3 wires that need to go to your receiver. We tried that. And then there's a 5 volt. There's a 3 amp BEC built into it. So we assumed that was what we needed to hook our VTX and our camera and everything to. Soldered everything up, built it all out, plugged everything in. No soup. Well, first off, no soup, nothing worked. So then we were like, wait, why is our RX wasn't getting any power coming from that? So we decided to, if our RX isn't getting power from that, maybe the 5 volt converter isn't working. So let's just run it off VBAC, because these are TBS Crossfire receivers.
Yeah, we're using
they could run off VBAC. We're running it off a 4S battery, by the way, mind you. So
we cooked everything.
We cooked the servos, we cooked the receiver. So then I was like, all right, we need to go off this 5 volt BEC that we've soldered the VTX to. Let's just run the RX and the VTX off this. So we soldered everything up, but we didn't actually plug in the VTX, and everything worked. The RX got power. The new servos were working. Everything was working. So I was like, all right, let's go do this. Let's fly this. So I plugged in the VTX. Bam. Next time I powered it on, I was only getting 3 chimes. I wasn't getting the 5 chimes.
Set me up one right in the middle.
So eventually I
All right, boys, we're going to launch this. Go, go, go!
That was underwhelming.
Excited by it.
Okay.
Let me see.
Let's climb.
We got wow, look at the LEDs on this thing though. Seriously. Check
Yeah,
this
showing
thing. It's
them
got like a
earlier.
light bar.
You can take that thing out and drive it at night.
Oh, we should scale it. Throw a camera on it.
That's pretty cool. There should be like 2 speed modes on this thing.
Oh, 2-speed mode.
Nice. Go rip your Meteor 75.
We got to send this thing.
Heck yeah. Got to get it to jump without falling over.
Okay.
Oh,
Send it.
I got light control on this baby. Look at that.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
You can control the lights independently?
Yeah, that's impressive.
That is wild.
On off. Okay.
Turn on the boost.
You can also turn off the brakes.
That's awesome.
That is pretty sweet.
All right. I'm gonna try to.
Dude, you need to build. You need to.
Go off the table.
I'll catch it.
All right, here we go.
You gotta build
Send it. All right. I think I need like more jump ramps.
All right, set up turtle mode.
Dude, we need turtle mode. So, guess who has one of these cars coming that is typically, it has reverse too.
That's pretty awesome.
Typically makes FPV drones. One of the manufacturers is coming out with their own little FPV 176 scale car. Diatone.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Diatone's making one of these with an FPV.
Did you ever drive the Yashin FPV racer? Or the
No way.
the
Thing all mine.
Emax. Did you ever drive the Emax?
One more jump. The Emax.
The Emax FPV car that they made.
I don't think they ever sent me
Yeah,
that.
they did make one.
I don't think they ever sent me that.
Huh. Yeah.
It was a piece of shit, was it?
I remember. It kind of looked like
They're not one of the
fun,
sponsors, are they?
No. But Banggood isn't, Banggood may or may not be usually, who knows? I don't think they are. So yeah, a little bit of alcohol, some RC cars, and everybody's happy. Tabletop RC car.
It's the same season.
Shut up.
What's up? Welcome to the chat, John.
Yeah!
Oh.
So close.
Oh, gap it. Gap it. Here we go, full speed.
Oh!
Got a little too true.
I can't drive very straight.
Drunk driving.
Oh man. They can't see.
Yeah, it's all right. You didn't make it, guys.
Okay,
Here we go.
straight shot. He's an RC car guy too.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah!
Boom!
Woo!
Gapped it.
Made it.
That was awesome.
That was the gap we made, everybody.
I didn't think.
Look
this
at that
was
gap. That's a finger gap.
It's a finger gap, boy. I didn't think that thing was gonna make it.
That was set. Oh, dude, we could make it.
Oh, you definitely could do.
That-
Like,
you got a downside right here.
oh yeah,
perfect.
Oh, dude, you can make two gaps in a row. Try to make two gaps in a row. Set up two other ramps on the
It's
end.
not easy to go straight.
Take some practice. It may need some like throttle or some steering trim. Nice. Yeah, set up another.
There you go.
Go two.
Double ramp it.
Oh.
We got a double gap going. Double gap. Nazgul 6. Nice.
Fall into the gap.
The
Send
box.
it!
The box
Woo!
looked like Customs was angry. Not surprised.
Days of Thunder here.
Cheers to guys that are just
Oh,
coming into the live chat.
Hopefully the Nazgul was still fine, even though the box looked.
Dude, this thing's got some horsepower.
A Kinder Egg. Yeah, the Diatone RC car looks a little stripped down comparatively to turbo racing. They wanted to keep it simple. I think they should make some little tiny Lambos. Like supercars. Velocidrome.
We need Velcro for these.
Velocidrome's good.
Oh yeah, some taping down with the
You guys lost the ramp over here.
rolling it. These ramps should have been wider.
So I was out today flying in 32 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's pretty cold. Is it zero?
Yeah.
My hands were frozen. I flew for 30 minutes on one battery.
32 is freezing, and that's 0 at Celsius.
The
So
steering on this is bad.
I have a new 4K drone here
Ooh,
that they sent me for
new Femi?
review. Yeah, a new FPV X8SE. This is the 2022 model.
Nice.
So this one went up today. 35 minute flight time battery.
Wow.
It's flying on 2.4 and 5.8. It's 5.8 Wi-Fi, of course, but the transmission is actually pretty good on this guy. It is over 250 grams, but a lot of times I tell people to buy these versus buying the DJI minis because they can handle more wind out of the coast. The minis are just like a little too small, in my opinion. They get a lot of gimbal shake.
Look at the charging port on this thing. Boom.
There you go. It's charging right on the
Charging.
transmitter. So 3-axis gimbal, the new 2022 version.
Dang, yeah, that thing's beast.
We used to sit the Mavics like this, like a little bot.
Yeah, put up like 2 of the arms, so it's
Yeah,
like
you gotta put the arms out.
yeah, there you go. Peace.
And this one has a 3S 4500 milliamp battery in here. So I think the original FPV, it did like 30 minutes of flight time last year in 2019 version. So yeah, this one,
it's a pretty large battery.
Yeah, this one, I guess they charge up in about 20 minutes or so.
Nice.
Let's see what that's like.
Does it have a dock to charge the batteries, or USB-C straight to?
No, it has a little charger over here. It charges at 2 amp. And tomorrow's video, tomorrow's review, I'm gonna show you guys this one. The title of the video is something like "Best Drone Under $500 for 2022," because in my opinion, I mean, there's not a whole lot out there under $500. It's really that great. And this one's $450. So, I mean, it'll do 11 kilometers.
Yeah, for that size and like being able to handle wind and stuff.
It's big. It's as big as a Mavic 3, but a Mavic 3 costs $21.99.
Right. Does it have active? What kind of? Does it have active follow?
I think it has active track, like
active track.
But really, honestly, I never use that. I just put it up and fly around.
Yeah.
The props go on and off easy without having to use tools.
I've never really used it either.
Place it here. Yeah, we could see your chat.
We see it. Welcome to the chat. And the transmitter is cool because it feels good in your hands. It's big enough that it's expandable for tablet size. It has 2 antennas off the front, and it has removable sticks, which is nice for travel. One of the big things about some of the original versions of this did not come with removable sticks. So now you guys get removable sticks, which is cool. I don't know if anybody out there in the live chat does 4K recording or cinema film video, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that your phone / tablet sits like in the middle. I mean, I like the best. I think is up top, but I don't like
cool,
how
like
most of the DJIs are like below.
Below the controls.
DJI's kind of switched over to the top now.
Well, yeah, the fancy ones, but I still have an old Mavic Mini 2, and its controller holds it down.
Yeah, the Mavic Mini 2 is like 30 years old though.
No, it's actually, it hasn't even been replaced yet. It's still the.
Is it?
Yeah, there's no Mini 3 out.
And just for fun, guys, I'm going to throw up some of that footage. You guys can check out some of that footage from the FPV X8 SE. I'm going to bring down that volume just a little bit for you guys so you guys can hear us still in the chat. So this is the footage from today, and I felt like today was the perfect day in the last week to fly because we've had snow and kind of sleet every single day. So today was the first day with real sunshine. Look at that stationary shot. Super, super stationary. And pretty controllable.
Yeah, because we had, I mean, it wasn't
on the pan
super still today. So there's a little bit of wind out there.
I mean,
so that's pretty, that's pretty
where I was flying, it was actually blowing into my mic quite a bit. Yeah, no ND filter used on this one. This is just straight stock 4K at 30 frames per second. So, I mean, in years past, that's comparable with the Mavic 2. Nice definition.
Interesting.
And where you can really tell how good a sensor in a 4K camera is, look in the horizon line and look at the gradation from the beginning of the horizon up to the top of the clouds. You can see the definition in the clouds way off in the distance there.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas a lot of, I mean, even some of the early Mavics, it would blow out the sky and the trees would look okay, but you couldn't tell any cloud definition. You guys don't, you should see some footage by now, Isaiah.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Yeah, the whites were all blurred out, and now we have really nice sensors. This is actually a 1/2 Sony CMOS sensor in this camera. Let me know if you guys don't see any footy. You guys just see me drinking.
There's 2 streams going.
Mm-mm.
Is there 2 streams going?
No. That means that no footy. Damn. I guess the OBS is not working, guys. It should be working.
Yeah.
There's 2 streams. I told you there's 2 streams.
YouTube is just really screwing me over tonight. I don't know why there's 2 streams. Okay.
One stream is not enough.
One stream is never enough. All right, so I might have ended the other stream. Blame it. Oh, dude, it's totally YouTube's fault.
It's always YouTube's fault. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Don't cross the streams exactly.
So the problem we had earlier was actually our internet was like going in and out, and then we had to start the stream again, and so we might have doubled up. Yeah, it looks like wow, that's awesome. We could have had 3 streams going.
Yeah, one for each of us.
Okay. Yeah, episode 1 had footage. OBS was working. For some reason, OBS is not working.
Exactly.
Well, it was working on one stream and it wasn't working on the other.
Yeah, maybe it's working on the second one, the second stream.
You guys just aren't watching the right stream.
We are streaming all over everyone.
Yeah. Just one gets videos and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, we'll just have to delete the one that didn't have video. I'll go back and look. No, and I'll just leave them both up for now. You guys want to get really crazy, you could have both streams up at the same time. Yeah, Cliff, we had some problems with this episode with our Wi-Fi not working correctly, and then YouTube decided to double up on us for some reason. It may be the software.
You know, hopefully by episode 10 we'll have some of this figured out.
Yeah, by episode 15 or so, we'll have it worked out.
By next year.
I'm not too worried about it right now.
Tune in 2022.
It's all about helping you guys, hanging out, and making you feel like you're part of the community. Also, just to let you guys know what's coming up. I want you to know there's a new Pavo coming out from Beta.
Eric, yo, what's up?
Beta FPV has a new Pavo coming out. And that's going to be a 360 Pavo. So the 360 one is also going to carry the new SMO camera. So there's a new 360 SMO coming out from Beta FPV and Insta360. Cheers to that. It's going to be a $400 camera. And it will go in a little tiny version of this guy. Remember this one? Remember this? Mine didn't fly worth a crap, and I never reviewed it. They sent me 2 of them. So now there's a new one coming out. 168 millimeter analog version, $319, and let's see the new one. Or the HD one is going to be $469. That's kind of steep without the SMO. The SMO itself costs $400. The SMO 360.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like this big.
It's a 360 camera that's
tiny. It's basically, yeah, it says it's going to come with the polar camera, so that's pretty cool. My favorite indoor Cinewoop carry a full-size GoPro. This one.
Oh,
The Diatone Taycan C3, the brand new one. Go back and check out the review on this one. It's got LEDs, full size GoPro mount fits on here, or the Gap RC Crown. Either one of these two. This one's a little more efficient motors. They redesigned.
Yeah, full size and what, like 3.5 inch props at least.
Yeah, or the ProTech 3.5 from iFlight, which is also a great one. So there's, I mean, the ProTech. I wouldn't say the ProTech 3.5 is really an indoor Cinewhoop.
Right. I mean, I honestly, I don't know that you're going to carry anything, a GoPro 10 or a full-size GoPro with anything that you really want to be flying indoors. That's just a lot of weight. I mean, yeah.
But if you already want to go big, get yourself the ProTech 60. ProTech 60 is the new giant 6-inch Cinewhoop that can carry anything from a Blackmagic pocket cam to a DSLR. It can carry my Sony ZV-1, which I'm talking to iFlight right now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, iFlight will send us a ProTech 60 for some ultimate cinema. I mean, a 6-inch Cinewhoop. You could probably chase
chat a little more.
Drift cars. And that quad comes in bind and fly, and it's pissing people off that, and I can say this because I've seen it. It's pissing guys off that iFlight is creating Cinelifters that are bind and fly, because some of the super pro professional Hollywood guys are building them themselves, and they're a little bit butthurt, right? So I mean, good for you, iFlight, for making it happen for guys who just want to go out and shoot some epic. I mean, you could literally chase motorcycles with that ProTech 60. DJI, you can get it. It'll carry a Cinema Red camera or Z Cam, TBS Crossfire. It's gonna pretty much do anything. And X Games is using similar rigs. Jet and those guys have been flying very similar rigs, but they've been doing that for well over a year. Probably a little bit larger ones, actually.
Yeah, Jet's building his own. He's
way more
using his own
expensive.
rigs.
Jets are nicer than these, but it's cool that it is an option now. And there's also the iFlight Taurus X8 HD, which is a huge 8-motored one, $1,700.
Michael Jones. Last week I showed I have an Alpha 75 Whoop that is HD. It works with my DJI goggles.
Get the A5 though.
Yeah, but I get the 8.5. I'd get the HD.
What's up, Co Nasty? Welcome to the chat, dude.
iFlight Alpha 85 or even the Alpha C85. It's an inverted, ducted. It might be a good option, I think, for DJI if you wanted in something that. But they're 3S. They're really loud. If you want to fly like indoors, I think a 1S Tiny Whoop is. And like you're not going to get DJI, like you're not going to get HD, but I think an analog 1S Tiny Whoop for indoor flying is still the best experience in my opinion. The Alpha, like those, anything with DJI, it's going to have so much lift. It's just going to be. It's
going to have to be something like something 2S.
Yeah, at least 2S, if not 3S, and it's just. The motors, like the KV of those motors, they're just super loud, and it's not a very stable flight. I'd stick to like a 1S analog something or other.
North 49 RC, yeah, dude. Set up a 1.3 ground station. That would be nice. 1.3 is great. Still works for me. Been using it for 10 years.
I'm trying to do this live chat here, but it's not.
Oh, on your phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to watch the live chat over my phone, but
Okay.
it's not keeping up very well.
There's about a 30-second delay to the
Does 1.3 interfere with Crossfire and GPS?
no, 1.3 does not interfere with Crossfire and GPS.
Just need to separate it from.
You're on, different spectrums. We're not as high tech as some channels tend to be.
Yeah, we're not professionals here, and we don't claim to be anything special either.
We do.
So if you're expecting some kind of professionality here, you can go somewhere else.
I'm really hard on stuff, though. Honestly, all seriousness, I'm pretty hard on stuff.
I won't give anything up. Like this thing took us like 2 weeks, and just like hours and hours and hours of me like thinking like, what am I doing wrong here? And then I need to run the VTX off VBAT. I needed to run the RX off the 5-volt bag.
So
everything finally all clicked like in the last week. And
so next weekend I'm gonna let Nick fly my Gladiator XL. It's a 60-inch, 12-inch prop with 1.3, and I think there's some Easy UHF on there.
Oh,
Remember Easy UHF?
Oh yeah.
Easy UHF was what people that flew long range before Crossfire. So if you were sending it off the mountain back then, you were using Easy UHF. But there were tons of other systems out there like Dragon Link. But look up Crash Test Hobby Wings. They're some of the cheapest FPV wings out there, and they're some of the most durable. Like you can literally crash them into a brick wall.
Yeah, that's sweet. I'm excited.
But launching it is kind of a handful. It runs 2 4S 5,000 packs side by side like this on the front of the wing. So it's heavy. When you launch it, you just do this big side toss.
Throw you back out in the process.
Yeah. I've almost fallen down like trying to launch the thing, but like it kind of takes off out of your hands.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy. Like I like people that launch it over their face. No way am I launching a nylon 12-inch prop over my face.
No, thank you.
And I probably have $1,300 into that wing, probably.
Wow.
And it's analog video on that one.
Yeah.
It's not even like DJI.
Right.
They do have a Maytech wing flight controller that will supports dual camera stream.
Oh,
So you can have a camera redundancy. So if one camera goes out, you can flip a switch on your transmitter and go to the secondary camera.
Nice.
So if you're out 10 miles out, you have your video system on one side go out, you can flip over to the other, so you have redundant VTXs.
Damn. So
you can also do redundant GPS. So you can have dueling GPSs. So if one GPS fails on an RTL, the other one kicks in and takes over and brings it back. You have a bungee launcher, it shoots the printed planes into the ground. We had some episodes of what we call poop this week.
Definitely.
I'm going to make that a sound effect on the channel. I had some poop about a month ago with the airstrike. I think it was called the airstrike from Zod. For some reason, it torque rolled right into the ground. But I was flying at pure manual, and I don't know. I thought I had enough expo, but I was flying Spectrum, so it just probably fail-safed.
Right.
As soon as it left my hand.
Yeah. It's like radio interference.
Best 3 seconds of your life. That's right. Hoping and praying. So do you 3D print your planes and then try to launch them? The EBX, I don't know. Crazy sketchy hand launch for a $20,000 wing. Wow. 20 grand in a wing. I mean, I know there's some RC jets out there that have fuel that are 20 grand. I saw one of those crash at Joe Knoll, and somebody's wife goes, "There goes 20 grand." Like literally a giant fireball across the field, like boom, looked like a Scud missile
Really?
going in. Like apparently the manufacturer had a defect on the elevator, on one of the back elevators. He was doing a like flyby past the crowd about 400 miles an hour, and the back elevator, the right back elevator came off. When that happened, the other one flapped, and it just caused the jet to go straight into the runway, right in front of the flight line. I was next to flight test that year. I had a drone camps booth. Josh and the Indian guy, I can't remember his name. Peter's awesome. We were all standing there, and I think they were flying a microwave that year with popping popcorn. It was popping popcorn while flying, and they were getting set up to do that. And then here comes this jet, like right in front of the electric field. Boom! Just if it had been like another 100 foot this way, it would have been on top of us.
Yeah.
And we would have been on fire.
Yikes.
So it was nice to see that it was out a couple 100 feet.
Yeah.
But it was. Then we could hear the announcer downfield, like on the main field, going, "Oh my god!
Holy
oh my god! Oh my god! We got a big ball of flames! Somebody's got a fire truck!"
Nice. Someone already got their quad fit.
Good job. All right. Well, our job is done. We can go home.
Yeah.
Nice. Has it been an hour?
We helped one guy out, or somebody helped somebody out.
Adrian.
It's an enterprise wing that is fully autonomous. Nice. You know, I always wanted one of those. This might be kind of nerdy of me, but I always wanted one of those. The wings that were in Best Buy. What were they called? The parrot wing.
Oh yeah, the parrot.
Oh.
Parrot wing. I met a guy in Vancouver a while back at the church, and this dude like said he had one in his car, and I'd never seen one before. So I was like, "Oh man, I'd love to see that thing fly." And he like whips out his phone, like hooks up to the controller, like does this like he's like, you know, just like iNav, you like shake it, and then the motor arms, and then you throw it, and this thing auto launches. I mean, perfectly.
Right, and it gets up, and then
The perfect auto launch. Like we've done that with iNav and had failures. But most of the time, iNav will auto launch, right? Most of the time. But that thing was nice. It was kind of it was almost too nice though. It was kind of made it kind of boring a little bit.
right.
Too refined.
It was just too. It was kind of like flying DJI. You just knew what it was going to do, and once it was up, it had stability. So it was just kind of, just pushing the stick forward, going around.
Yeah.
I gotta take my Insta360.
I know. I was gonna say, is this where you're missing Insta360
That's
uses?
my backup one, but Beta FPV kind of owes me a new one because that thing crashed like 3 times and then it flew into the pavement and scratched my Insta360 1R lens.
Ooh.
Not cool.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
it landed. I mean, because when this thing hits the ground,
There's just a lens on the
the
bottom.
lens is right on the bottom.
And lens is your skid pad.
That's your skid pad right there. So the new Pavo, it has that new SMO 360 right in the center, and it's half the size of this 1R. The thing about the 1R is it was kind of big and heavy, but it shoots epic 360 video. I need to get that back out on the airplane. I don't know if it'll fit on that Flying Fish, probably not. But that was funny. If you guys watched the airplane review from a couple days ago, I tried to launch like a little decased GoPro on the Sparrow from eSky,
Oh yeah.
and that thing's like going like this. It actually has brushed motors on it, so it has twin brushed motors, and this thing was just hopping. I mean, it was only an extra 30 grams on there, and it wouldn't take off.
Yeah.
Like, you hit a tree. That's right, Adrian. You get a prize, dude. But the EPP foam is nice. It just bounced, and whenever this plane like noses in, normally you have the prop right on the front of the airplane, so the prop breaks instantly, and a little chintzy props, but these are up on the wing, so when it tipped over, the propeller's not right in the ground.
Yeah, that flying fish is kind of that same way. It's kind of nice.
So we may have like we may have dueling chats going since we have 2 streams going. So we may be missing some of the chat. Probably got half of you guys on one stream, half on the other.
Nice.
You should see the other tree. Exactly, dude.
There are 2 streams going. That's why I was getting a different
Exactly.
feed than you.
Yeah, we're not ignoring you guys in the other chat. It's probably somehow the same stream, different chats. Are you guys confused? Welcome to the internet.
Welcome to the Matrix, Neo.
Mob Light 7 durable enough for a beginner, or should I pick up something else to start with? Cough, I would say go with the iFlight Smart 16. Go back and check out that recent review that I did.
Gep RC Smart 16, right?
Yeah, Gep RC Smart 16. Because the Mob Light 7 flight controller is not that great, and the motor's not that great.
If you want something ducted, I would go for like a Metro 75. If you want ducks on it, the beta FPV Metro 75.
Yeah, dude, the Smart 16 kicks ass, man.
Smart 16 is dope, but if you're like me and bounce off a lot of walls, then you'd probably break a lot of props. So I like the ducted things if I'm going to be flying indoors.
Is that 1S or 2S?
The Metro 75 might be 2S. But the Metro 6, if you want a 1S, the beta FPV Metro 65 is just a little bit smaller, and it tools around good. Like that's what I fly 1S around my condo. So
yeah, if you guys want to have something awesome to fly indoors, type in the YouTube Eachine UZ65.
Yeah.
That's the one that I reviewed last year, I think. And this one's still working. And still a great little quad for 1S beginner.
65mm. Yeah.
It's super cheap right now. I think they're like $65 or something like that. Like,
the beta
really
FPV
cheap.
is going to be like over $100. So yeah, definitely go with that.
Yeah.
That'd be a great indoor flyer in my opinion.
This one is the jam. Go back and check out my review. There's a link below. Purchase from my link if you can. That will help me out. But the UZ65, these are awesome, and they're fast and they're tuned really well. And I believe these had 200 milliwatt transmitters on them too. So a lot of these have like little 25 milliwatt. 25 milliwatt is okay, but
it's the Eachine
UZ65. Someone mentioned it in the chat earlier. North 49 RC said he ordered a UZ65 to learn, and that's a really good choice.
Yeah. And
I just happen to have this one sitting right here, so that's the one to get for beginners. I got a ton of batteries in here. They come with like 4 1S 300 milliamp batteries. These will get you about 3 minutes a piece, and a little USB charger with the original 1S. I forgot what that one was called now.
Yeah.
The new ones are PH 2.0. It's a little larger one on there.
That original one was. It was tiny and it did terrible.
It had a terrible voltage output.
It was for the little brushed, the inductrix.
And the UZ65 is also brushless, by the way. It has 0802 motors on there, so it can go mild to wild. It's fast and slow if you want.
I mean, on a calm day, you could potentially fly it out. It's not.
What's up, Cool Cat? Yeah, check out Banggood. Use my links, you guys, so I can keep the lights on, so I'm not homeless. I'll be pandering on here pretty soon.
How long does it take to charge? I mean, you can charge those little 1S batteries at like 2S, and they charge in like 15, 20 minutes. The one thing about those little USB chargers is there's no storage mode. So those 1S batteries, they're already really janky, like they die really quick, and then none of the 1S chargers will charge them to storage mode. So you need to get these. There's a couple companies that make these balance charger boards that you can then plug your 1S batteries into your battery charger and then charge them to storage mode. Because if you're like me, I always fly them way down below 3.7, and then you've got to charge them back up a little bit to get them into storage mode. But if normal 1S chargers only charge straight to 4.2, so you have to either leave them on that and kind of watch them and remove them when they get to 3.8, or if you get a serial charging board, then you can plug them into your like ISDT or whatever charger you have and charge them to storage. And that's pretty key for keeping those 1S batteries good for a long time.
110 for Canadian paces. I like it. Yeah, I like my storage voltage at
3.8, 3.85. But yeah, definitely well under 4. I mean, I get lazy and leave them at 3.9 sometimes, but definitely under 4.
This thing's driving itself. What kind of questions do you guys have before we end the stream? We've been on for coming up on an hour and a half, just hanging out with you guys, talking about what's new. Give you guys another sneak peek. Bro, that port is kicking in.
That port.
So this is coming out. This might not be on the Banggood website yet, but this is the 2S 18650 Lion setup for the Recon 3.5
In HD.
Check it out, yeah.
Well,
Most
HD,
importantly, HD 2S
ATX down there.
5.8 hammer in the back. So left-hand circular polarized with GPS on the back. It's got crossfire on here. I mean, this thing is the tits. Like, it has everything.
Yeah.
It also has a mount on the front for DK's GoPro, but we'll see how this one does. It has 13 series motors on here. And it looks like it has the new Zeus right above the VTX. But it'll be interesting to see how this one does. 1303.5, 5500 kV motors. And no one's really seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's an interesting setup.
It's pretty nice.
Things like a glass bottom boat.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It has a like an extended bottom on it.
Low center of gravity.
Yeah, it looks like it has about 2 millimeter side plates. It's like a 2 millimeter bottom plate covering up your Vista on the bottom. And looks like they're probably going to be 2-piece arms, I would hope. It almost looks like a unibody, but the middle part for the arms looks thicker.
You see that?
But I'm pretty sure you could break these arms. Like some of the other 1S 18650 quads, they had really thin, narrow arms because they're trying to keep everything super light, and that was kind of a downfall of some of those quads.
Oh, thank you, Justin.
FAA is unconstitutional. They're challenging. Apparently, some kind of article came out today about remote ID, and somebody posted in one of the groups.
I mean, the basic Fox lawyers, they're having verbal arguments right now.
Luis, it's 2022. Happy New Year, bro.
Not 2022 just yet.
That's what you missed, Luis. You missed the New Year's, bro.
Dude, Cool Cat can show that. FA can suck a fat one. Show it. It's public.
What do they say when they're about to show some kind of series where, like when they show Breaking Bad on a network, affiliate. They're like, the content you're about to see is not specifically supported by the network.
The opinions mentioned here, not
The opinions
not-
expressed
yeah,
are not
necessarily
necessarily
the,
that.
the opinions of the network.
You're not responsible for any
Luis
of
just came out of his stupor.
your chat. Welcome back. Welcome back from that last dab, Luis.
Is it New Year's Eve?
Do you have the sticker from
Happy
this
New
one?
Year.
That one was great.
Happy New Year, Luis.
Where it said, make sure and plug in batteries the wrong way or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. There was a sticker that was on that quad that said, like, be sure to plug in the batteries the wrong way, and it was like it should have spaced something. It should have said, like, be sure not to.
Plug in the batteries the wrong way.
Chinglish. Oh, that goes with the RC car.
What?
Man, if you guys could see down on the floor right here, I have a ton of RC junk everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Well,
Make sure.
shall we sign out?
Yeah, we're just about done for tonight, guys.
Wish
Appreciate
everybody
all
a
you
good
guys
night.
hanging
Hope
out.
you guys can celebrate a happy New Year and
Yeah, we won't.
send it to the moon New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You know what? They're selling fireworks in Oregon and Washington now for New Year's Eve now. Isn't that amazing? They're giving us a three night window where we can go all out.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it on the news the other day, which is kind of news.
Wow,
News to me.
news to
We've had enough
Oregon.
rain that they're like, shoot some fireworks. So this week I also
We're normally try and stream on Friday nights, but the last 2 nights has been Wednesday nights because of the holidays. So next week we will be back on Friday. And it may or may not be live. We're not 100% sure. But
No,
more
most-
likely we'll be live.
It's most likely going to be live, but we're going to try to keep it simple and keep it laid back. And hopefully, this is one of the most laid back but informative types of like hangout podcasts out there. I know some people actually get quite personal on the podcast. I've seen some folks recently talking about their wives and their relationships and things like that. I don't really get into that too much because I don't want you guys to cringe too much. But we just want to keep it light and for sure enjoy your questions and try to help out anybody that we can in the hobby.
I received a faulty tracer receiver from Pyrodrone, and I reached out to TBS. It took them a whole day to send me a refund or return number. I sent that to Pyrodrone, and they got me a new receiver sent. So if you guys, that just goes. I don't know if everybody's all excited about the new ELRS and how great it is and everything, but I don't know about support if you buy something from them, if they're going to support
Luis.
you like TBS.
Come out next Friday,
So
Luis.
That's
Be
one
our
thing I
guest.
will have to say and kind of promote
On
my
the
experience in the last week.
So on the flip side of Nick's TBS pimping,
Well, yeah.
I had a different experience with TBS in the very beginning of my experience with TBS with Trappy, because most of us are, a Facebook message away from Trappy at most times. And I bought one of their original 5.8 modules for my Fat Sharks because I was down in LA. I was at Surge's shop. We had a drone camps meetup where we were hired to train 90 CEOs how to fly FPV drones that we had to hook up FPV systems to. So they were just crashing Phantoms left and right that we spent all night setting up in a hotel the next day. But I bought Fat Shark Dominators at Surge's shop at Pyrodrone, and I got that module. And for like about 6 months, I had such problem with my FPV feed. For some reason, like everything was always staticky. This was back in the days of like 5.8 with ZMR 250s. So I mean, these cameras were crap back then.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had a solid feed and a decent right-hand circular polarized antenna, not a stick antenna. You had a nice feed. And then no matter what, I always had just like jibbed feed. Like wherever I flew, it was like, I can't see. And then one day I was like, F it. I'm buying a cheap $24, like, what was the one back then? Immersion RC 5.8.
Right.
I forget what it's called. Anyways, $25. I popped it in there, and wherever I flew, I had perfect video after that. So I messaged Trappy, and I was like, dude, what's up with my module? Like, for some reason, I got like a gimped one. Do you mind, like, let me send this one back to you guys, replace it, whatever. And he never got back to me. So I was like, that was my experience with TBS. But since then, everything I've had from TBS was like reliable, solid, quality control. I mean, this was 7 years ago when that happened.
Yeah.
So that company has progressed in 7
They've
years.
grown a bit since then.
And they're now where, dude, Michael, thank you, bro. Thank you for the tip, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael.
Good night, Luis. But yeah, since then, like TBS has come up to par, and these guys are top shelf now. So I won't talk any shit about TBS, probably ever, because that's been the most fun I've had with my aircraft. And if you should know it, my go-to is airplanes with FPV. Like that's my favorite thing. So to get you guys flying some fixed wing. And
we're diving into that realm of hobby.
So that's
we were reflecting earlier on what we're going to be doing with our next build, but we're going to definitely look back on our first build of a wing and
what's up,
and
Dubois?
laugh at ourselves.
Dubois?
Learning, always learning.
Is that my old college buddy there that hopped on there?
Fix me FPV rocks. Yeah, I'm excited to hopefully get this puppy up there in the air.
It does, man.
That.
If we don't get them up on wings, we'll have to get them up on some traditional airplane.
Yeah,
just a little easier to
fish,
set up.
I think that fish, I could definitely fly that fish around.
The flying fish.
This thing, yeah, nosed a couple of times, but we're figuring it out.
Man, I can't believe you're on the stream, dude. O House. We used to call it O House.
Nice.
Savannah College of Art and Design, homies. Soul Kitchen. Way back. Now you live in Portland, man. That's super cool. We got to fly sometime. I haven't seen you since like pre-COVID, probably out of the church that one day. We got to get you flying some wings, can you? Dude, thank you,
Adam.
Thank you, Adam, for the tip, bro.
Thank you,
For
sir.
some E600s.
As they fly your wings. Exactly. So yeah, that review of the Ishin Mobula wings, we're taking our time with that. Just like everything else here on the channel, I'm not trying to be the first guy out on a review. So you'll get to see some of their experience with it as like first time FPV wing pilots.
No.
Yeah, man.
Build tips and tricks.
And
Things
what
to keep in mind.
what not to do, what to watch out for servo wise as well. I got to get you some servos, by the way.
Yeah, get it back in the air or up in the air.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, man. We'll have hopefully we'll have some tandem wing Mobula footage.
Yeah, hopefully within the next week. We've got a week and a half to
Yeah.
something out.
They also have to learn how to fly wings first before they tandem, because there's quite a bit of skill to like chase each other with the wings and tandem.
Oh yeah.
Like and stay, because airplanes tend to do this a lot because of the elevators, so they're both jumping up and down a lot, where quads kind of
meander, and then
stay in a straight line.
Airspeed is important for taking off for these Delta wings, right?
A lot of times when you're on your launch on these wings, a lot of times you want to stand on like a little hill,
right?
Because they always have a tendency to dip.
And then
So if you're flying it manual, it's a good idea to give it a little
We needed to be on a cliff.
a few clicks.
Yeah.
We needed to be on a cliff.
I needed
A
to give
few
it
clicks of
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I saw the video of that shit. It went, I mean, it didn't even make it barely past the sidewalk. But you just made it to the grass.
Yeah. It was bad.
So another thing is that before you FPV your fixed wing, the first thing you're supposed to do is line of sight first, then you test out FPV second, because shit hits the fan most times when you try to launch a plane. And if you have line of sight, you can maybe hopefully get some elevator in there and pull up.
Yeah,
homie
straight to acro on a sim. Like if you're simming it, it doesn't matter how many times you crash it, and get that acro down. So yeah, don't fly stability or horizon or anything on your simulator. Fly just acro. Figure that out.
And for those that don't know, acro still has a tiny bit of smoothing accelerometer. It's not fully manual. So the way these guys are flying these wings with no flight controller and no beta flight, no iNav, it's full manual mode, which is different than acro. So don't confuse acro with manual mode, because it is no accelerometer helping that. That's straight servo flying.
That's all. Yeah, if
it's
you
like
want
old
XP,
school.
You got to set it on your radio and get in there.
Oh, nice job, Isaiah. DCL, it's pretty good, but I think it's a little bit slow unless you have a really fast computer. So that's why people like
DCL also on PlayStation.
Yeah,
like
PlayStation.
Yeah, if you get it on PlayStation, no problem.
Yeah, the problem is with some of those sims on the PlayStation, so like you got the controls are all messed
You want to
up.
be able to use your transmitter that you're going to be using when you're flying a sim. So if you download DCL on a PlayStation and you're using the PlayStation controller, it's not really going to teach you as well as if you were using your transmitter on like a sim on a computer.
I'm with you, Adam, on that one, dude. I always fly a manual. Like, I don't even launch in stability most of the time. And iNav, I always launch in manual. And I don't ever really do auto takeoff. I just don't like it. I don't like a lot of automated shit on my wing. I'm weird like that. I like to feel what the plane's doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like dialed in. Like that's the ultimate dialed in. No flight controller or any smoothing or anything.
Oh, Luis, 420.
Thank you, Luis.
You know what I need, Luis.
Thank you, Luis.
Thank you, Luis. Appreciato.
All right.
Man, you guys are awesome. Thanks for the tips. I forgot to mention tips in the first part of the stream. I just need to put like a little tip bucket out on the table. Not everybody has a tip to hang out though.
You need to start putting a ledger with people that tip.
Is that just USB that you can plug your trans into your PlayStation 4?
What's that?
Like Adam says he uses Tyrannus.
For the PlayStation 4? Okay.
PS4.
Okay, it recognizes it. That's cool.
That's great. I'm learning.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, it's 8:42, guys. Time for me to check in with my girlfriend, see if she made it back from skiing.
Nice.
She went out for a day with the kids.
Nice hanging out with y'all tonight.
Good chatting with y'all. Have a happy new year. We'll see you guys all next year.
Yeah, everybody have a safe and happy new year.
Yeah, hey John, check out back in the chat and you'll see favorite simulators out there are Liftoff being one of the tops, Free Rider. It runs on slower computers. And DCL, but that's a PlayStation. So a lot of options out there. Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks again for the tips. Anybody who drops a tip, I owe you a beer. If I ever see you, I owe you a beer.
saw that ELRS just opened up the Bluetooth module on their controller. So ELRS 2.0, you can Bluetooth your transmitter to your computer and fly sims via that.
Yeah, good seeing all you guys in the chat. And next week we'll probably be on a normal time, which will be Friday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we're on West Coast, on the left coast.
West Coast.
Yeah, guys, thumbs up. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Hey, I just dropped on one of the live feeds here the
link to the video.
Yeah, link to Bot Grinder's sim
review.
Yeah, sim reviews.
Cool. Go check out Bot's sim review, which one he likes best. And the guy loves video games, so he could probably absolutely tell you guys which ones he thinks is the best. I like Liftoff myself. That's the one I go with. That's my opinion, if you want it. Smart 35 Drone HD, that's the one, kid. Yeah, Smart 35 HD. That's a winner. Absolutely top. That's the top shelf quad. Very, very nice tune. West Coast guys. Hopefully I will see you soon, Kenya. Hopefully I'll see you soon, Luis. You should come do a podcast with us. Either one of you guys. We'd be down to have either one of you guys if you want to come live stream with us. It's an open forum here. If you're in the area, say hello, introduce yourself. Appreciate that, 3D Create. We will be back next week with more new gear and stuff to talk about. Maybe some new ELRS stuff and some new quads. There is a lot of stuff. We have Gep RC's Mark V coming as well. New Light Radio 3. You can go back and watch some of the stuff we showed in this video. It's a cute little RC car and some other gear we're showing. Also the Recon 35 that a lot of you guys probably might not have seen yet. It's kind of still under wraps. Yeah, man, I will. Appreciate the chat, guys. Thanks for hanging out, Kenya. Luis, Mike, 3D, Adrian, bro, Adam, all you guys. Michael Jones, I appreciate that. Thanks for the tips again, Michael Jones and Adam. It was awesome. We will see you guys next week at 7 p.m. on Friday. So,
and we'll have one stream versus two.
One stream versus two.
We
and
will
hopefully
stream one stream.
Hopefully OBS software is working and dueling streams and videos for everybody. Night, guys. We'll see you next week. Let's see. I gotta end 2 streams here. Oh, I can do that. Good night, guys.